This seems to be some kind of ritual place. A cemetery? No. It looks more like a cult site for offerings. That might work. Come here, Spot. Here we go. The tree seems to be hollow. That must be the tree Bobby was talking about. It's taller than all the other trees in the vicinity, but how can I get up there? I'm a rotten climber. That must be the tree. It's tall, but how can I get... I'm a rotten... That's a lot of resin. It looks like the tree is bleeding. I can't scrape off the resin with my bare hands. The only thing I'd achieve is getting my hands sticky. There's an engraving on the tongue. It reads, "In memory of the mighty sea eyes. They watched over our world for millennia. They watched over us from numerous eyes. We brought them the green round fruit of the Fatalia tree as offering, and they rewarded us by bringing light into our lives." That's odd. Mason poetry. A statue of a turtle. Why the artist chose this subject is something for the viewer to ponder. There's thick moss growing on the statue. Yes, that could work. Hey, what have we here? There really was something beneath the moss. A recess next to a royal insignia. Seems to be some kind of mechanism. I'd better tell Bobby. I'm sure he must have overlooked it. It's locked, and I don't see a keyhole. A typical Shadrach situation. Yuck. Now the dentures are sticky. Stickier than they were, that is. I guess I could tinker with these a bit. That's not bad. It isn't finished yet, but it's a good start. The claw would go perfectly with my little sculpture. My sculpture is ready. Not bad for somebody who's all thumbs. I won't be able to remove the underbrush with my bare hands. But I'll keep that in mind, in case I ever feel the urge to get pierced by poisonous thorns.
Chadwick! Shh! Did you see that just now?
What?
I think it's the Askill. He found me!
Oh, that's nonsense. You really are the biggest coward I ever met.
But they're here. I know for sure. I need to get away as quickly as possible. Or we'll be lost if the Askill get hold of the Whispering Stone.
Please don't go yet. I discovered something in the ruins. Some kind of mechanism.
A mechanism? I must have missed that.
There was also a socket for a stone.
A socket, you say? Was the royal insignia next to it?
Yes. How did you know?
Good grief, Chadwick. That must be the secret passage to Shanna's place.
Unfortunately, though, it's locked tight.
That's as may be, but we have the key. Those insignia locks used to be quite common throughout the whole kingdom. I'm sure the Whispering Stone will fit there.
The Whispering Stone? Well then, what are we waiting for?
Okay. No, wait. With all the excitement, I nearly forgot the Askill. They mustn't find me at any cost.
You can't be serious.
But I am. I'd rather stay here.
Then give me the stone at least. I could go and talk to Shanna alone.
What? Impossible. I can't give you the Whispering Stone. The fate of the world depends on it. What if you make a mistake?
If you don't give me the Whispering Stone, I'll never be able to find Shanna.
You cannot have the Whispering Stone. It was entrusted to me alone. I promised not to pass it to anyone else.
But you promised we'd go to Shanna.
That may be right, but...
Then give me the stone. We're virtually a team now. Or did I not help you before?
Well, you did.
And on top of that, I have those visions. I'm sure they mean something. It can't just be a coincidence. Come on, give me the stone and I'll find Shanna. I'd be surprised if the Askill found you here that quickly.
I know this is a mistake, but... all right, I will entrust the Whispering Stone to you.
Thank you. You won't be sorry.
Please, hurry, Chadwick, and guard that stone jealously. If something happens to it, we're all done for.
What's supposed to be so special about this thing? No, the Whispering Stone is part of the mechanism. Ha! I knew it! It matches! Hey! What's happening? An earthquake! No! Stop it, Spot! Spot! What? What did you do now? Oh dear. Oh dear. I'd better tell Bobby. What was that? Bobby? Bobby? Hey, what happened here? Looks like there was some kind of fight. The Asker got Bobby. Oh dear, it's all my fault. Spot doesn't seem to have realized what we'll have to be going through. Heavens, where's all this heading? Uh-oh. Obviously the Askill were heavily armed, and I thought Bobby was just exaggerating. I hope he's all right. Uh-oh. And I hope he's all... Here we go. Ha! I knew it. There's an overgrown path leading deeper into the valley. Shauna, I'm coming. Come on, Spot. Don't hang behind.
Hey, who do we have here?
What? Where? I don't see anything.
There's a guy wearing a clown's costume.
Huh? Don't try to pull my leg again. You know darn well I can't turn around.
Who are you?
We're rocks.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I'm Rolf, and the guy behind me is Ingo. He's my half-brother.
Hey, I'm not your half-brother. I'm your full brother.
Yeah, but we're two. And brother divided by 2 equals a half-brother.
You sure about that?
Of course. But I can check it again on my slide rule if you want me to.
That'd be great.
Yep, half-brother's all right. Although I got more brains and you got more rock.
Your slide rule tells you all that?
Yeah, it's right here.
Man, I'd love to take a look at it myself. Too bad I can't turn around.
So what do rocks do for kicks all day long?
What do you think we're doing? We do what most rocks do for kicks.
We lie about and enjoy our simple lives.
Which in Ingo's case is particularly simple.
That sounds almost as boring as working in the circus.
Why boring? We lie about enjoying the sun and don't get into harm's way.
And we don't have any secret plans whatsoever, such as enslaving the world or anything like that.
Ingo.
What?
That's enough.
What did I do this time?
You can't even keep the slightest thing to yourself.
I didn't say anything, did I?
I didn't say anything. It won't happen again. How could I have known there's a princess in that cage? Man, I'm really fed up with your excuses.
But you know very well that we need an accomplice for our plan. One with legs.
But not such a greenhorn.
Enslave the world? Sounds like a crackpot idea.
A crackpot idea? And what would you call your decision to put on that hat this morning?
Actually, I always sleep in my costume.
You really are strange.
Said the talking rock. And how do you want to rule the world?
How do you think?
With a rock-hard fist.
Right.
Just for your information, I'm not a greenhorn.
See? He's not a greenhorn.
Of course he is. An exceptional greenhorn.
All pets are greenhorns to you.
Hey, Ingo, What's that over there?
What? Where?
Looks like a lush meadow or a big tree frog. It's hard to say. It's shining so green.
Come on! What is it?
Hold on. I think it's a... Yes, that's right. It's his horn.
Are you finished yet? I'd planned to get a good share of abuse from other objects, too. A root, maybe. A heap of leaves.
Oh, you want to disagree, huh? You don't like being called a greenhorn.
Oh, wow. You've read my mind. After all, the opinions of two rocks lying at the side of the road are of greatest importance to me.
You could try to convince us otherwise.
I'd be surprised if he could.
We should at least give him a chance, Ralph.
All right. I'll ask him the questions, even though I'm sure he'll make a fool of himself.
We'll see.
Of course we will. He probably even thinks Shauna is a mystical snake creature.
But Ralph, Shauna is a mystical snake creature.
Nonsense. Shauna's a bird, of course.
You are wrong.
Possibly. But I'm interested in what our greenhorn thinks. Now then, who is Shauna?
Shauna is a mystical snake creature.
So that's what you think, huh? Interesting.
Ask the second question.
Yeah, I'm very curious too. How many eyes do more eyes have?
That's easy. They've got 9, of course.
You're an idiot, Ingo. They haven't got 9 eyes, they have 11.
The answer is 9. I'll stick with that.
No, it's 11. Our greenhorn friend will confirm that in a second. Now then, how many eyes does a more-eye have?
11.
Is that your answer?
You heard him all right. Ask the third question.
All right, don't push me. The question is, where does Kalita live?
I know. She lives in the middle of the lake.
Rubbish. Kalita lives in a cave.
You think so?
What I think is irrelevant. The clown shall answer the question. Now then, where does Kalita live?
In the middle of the lake.
Lemmy, you're not a greenhorn after all.
I always believed in you. Didn't I tell you, Ralph?
All right. Here, take the stone powder. And use it to extend our sphere of power.
Shall I carry you someplace else for a change?
Don't even think about it. We're not being pushed around by anyone.
Well, I wouldn't mind being rotated a bit. I've been staring at that same rock over there for ages.
Have you lost the little that's left of your dignity? We are rocks. We don't need any help.
But Ralph, that rock looks like a cow's behind. And that's not all. I've been lying on this pointed stick for years. I may be a rock, but I have feelings too, you know.
We don't let ourselves be carried around, and that's that.
Any idea where I could find Shauna?
Shauna? She lives in that cabin over there.
Ralph?
Man, will she be pleased.
Ralph? I think...
She hasn't had any visitors for years.
Hold on. What cabin? There's only a door.
What? That's nonsense.
No, Ralph. He's right. Shauna's cabin is in ruins. Has been for a long time.
But how did that happen?
Remember that storm? 8 years, 3 months, and 25 days ago?
Sure, I'm a rock. I never forget anything.
In that case, you'll also remember the earthquake the next day.
Of course. That was the day my termite ranch was destroyed. Damn erosion.
So the cabin fell victim to the earthquake?
No, termites.
I should have known. Does that mean Shauna doesn't live here anymore?
Oh no, she still lives here.
She does.
Yeah,
In the cabin.
yeah.
Of which only the door still remains.
Now you get it.
Oh my, I'm getting that headache again. See you later.
Yeah. You know where to find us.
We're not going anywhere. Well, that won't work, I can assure you.
What's he trying to do?
He tried to enter the cabin the regular way.
What a greenhorn.
Huh? Where did I end up now? How is that possible? Shauna? Oh, those notes. It would take hours to read them all. It would take hours to read them all. It would take... Shauna doesn't seem to be home. The light shines directly onto this note. Could that be a coincidence? Now the light shines onto this note here. Do a sleeping giant a favor. What's that supposed to mean?
Hey!
I thought I'd collect you.
You'd better forget it, clown. We stones have our pride, you know? We don't let ourselves be read.
Hello, you two.
Inko, look, the clown's back.
How would I know?
I've been in Shauna's cabin, but she wasn't there.
Why? What time is it?
I have no idea. What's that got to do with it?
What's that got to do with it, he asks? What a greenhorn.
Oh, come on, Ruff. How is he supposed to know?
Supposed to know what?
Shauna's an oracle, a magic being from another world. You can only meet her at certain times a day.
At noon.
Rubbish, not noon, you idiot.
But something's supposed to happen at noon.
Nothing's happening at noon. The only thing that might happen at noon is the emergence of the first little hint of when Shauna will turn up.
And when will she finally turn up?
In order to discover that, you'd better wait until noon, don't you think?
I hate you. When can I meet Shauna again?
Definitely not noon.
Right.
And what will happen?
Why so
Why don't you...
How to...
See you later.
Yeah. You know where to find us.
We're not going anywhere.
Now the light shines onto this note here. It reads, "The colors come back into the world."
Who summoned me?
Oh, that was me, actually.
He shall approach. I see only a child in the costume of a clown.
I'm Carney.
The carney is lost.
My name is Shadwick, and I'm not lost. I'm looking for Shauna.
I am Shauna.
Yeah, I already figured that.
So, he's able to use his brain then. And yet he's here, where he doesn't belong. He may speak, for the time being. What does he want from Shauna? Who sent him?